Hi guys, welcome back today to my YouTube channel, Line of Tech channel. I know it's been a little while, I haven't posted a new video on this channel. So guys, welcome back. Today I'm pretty excited to be back. So today I really wanted to talk about this topic because I know it's a problem for a lot of people out there, and I would say the best way, if not the best, but one of the best way, how to create a macOS USB installer using Windows 10 or later. So if you have a MacBook, say for instance, older MacBook, you'll encounter this problem. A software update or trying to install recent macOS, say for instance, macOS 10, 11, 12, 13 and alike. So I got one, of course, which sometimes annoys me because when I'm trying to download an application from the App Store and then it tells me that I need macOS 12 or 12.7 or later version of macOS. So this is the MacBook that I got. It is MacBook 2017, and of course I would say 7 years back MacBook. So I love it though. So when I'm trying to download an application from the App Store and it tells me that I need Mac OS 12.7 or later. So, and whenever I try to update the software using internet recovery, it's a problem for me. It's annoying. It always gets to a point where the installation process stops, and it tells me that it takes 2 hours and 19 minutes to complete installation, which kind of takes forever. I always wait so long for the 2 hours and 90 minutes, but it takes forever. And then it always gets to a point where the time increases from 2 hours, 90 minutes to kind of 24 hours. So it's disgusting. So, this MacBook 2017 MacBook Air, let me just zoom in a little bit. So MacBook 2017 MacBook Air, it has a dual core 1.8 gigahertz, a dual core Intel base Core i5, and then 8 gig memory that reads at 1600 megahertz. So for these Mac OS, for this MacBook Air 2017 or 2016, they originally came with Mac OS Sierra or iSierra. So for this, it came with Mac OS Sierra. So now let's see how we can create a macOS USB installer using our Windows computer, because I try to do this using this and then I couldn't. Of course, if you look at this right now, there is no macOS in it. So let me put this on and so that you can see that there is no macOS in it. So you can see that. Let's wait for a moment and see. Let's wait for a moment, just for a moment. Let me just draw back a little bit. Let's see that and confirm that there is no. So you can see that there is no macOS in it, and so it's displaying a question mark for me. This shows that there is no Mac OS installed on it. So whenever I try to do internet recovery So you can just press the power button and then it goes off. So if I want to install, say for instance, Mac OS Mandatory 12.7, which is the latest version, so I will make sure that when it is power off, I press the power button and then the alternate command and R keys. So when I press this takes me to the internet recovery, and then using internet recovery, it downloads and installs the latest version of macOS, which is compatible with this MacBook Air. So I can go ahead and connect these to my internet. So let me see. Let me see and try to connect this. So it is connected. So you can see that to do internet recovery, you need an internet, and then when the process starts, it takes kind of forever. I said that 2 hours after downloading to install, 2 hours 90 minutes, and then it always comes to a point where it gets stuck forever. So now let's see how we can download the Mac OS. For this part 1, I want to download the Mac OS Sierra that this originally came with. So I'll put this off again. And head over to my Windows computer. Alright guys, so let's start this whole process of how you can create a macOS USB installer using Windows 10 PC or Windows 11, whichever you have. So for prerequisites that you need for this process, you will need for this part 1, because I said that this is a 2-part video. The first part, how we can install macOS Sierra on MacBook Air 2017. So the part 2 will be how we can upgrade to macOS Mandatory 12.7.5, which is the latest version of macOS Mandatory, and it is required to download an application from the App Store. So for this part 1, the prerequisite that you need, of course, you will need TransMac. TransMac, I would say this has a 15 days trial. It is a paid for application, but if you download TransMac, you'll be given 15 days for trial, after which you have to purchase the application. And then you will need, though this is optional, I would say Paragon Partition Manager. So this is an application for disk management. So you need TransMac, you need Paragon, and I would say you need 7-zip. I downloaded 7-zip. Where's my 7-zip? Let me see where I can find 7-zip. Okay, of course, if you don't have 7-zip file manager, you can download and install 7-zip file manager. So, and I'll say you will need, for this macOS Sierra, you will need a USB drive, I would say 8 gig or above 8 gig. If you have above 8 gig, that is good for MacBook Sierra. You'll need an 8 gig USB drive. So to download the macOS Sierra disk image, the .dmg, of course you can head over to your browser and you can see that you can head over here to www.support.apple.com/en-us, of course, for English, and then the United States English language. And with this, so when you're here, you can scroll down to where you can download the installer of macOS. Now you can download use a web browser for older version. So you can download Sierra 10.12, which we are doing here now. I've already downloaded this, but if you want to download this, you can click on this. For some browser, you have to click, and then you can copy the link address and you open a new tab and you paste that here. So when I click enter, well, I think, what is the problem? The connection to update blah 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 is not secure. Of course, continue the site. Okay, so the download has started, but I'll cancel this because I've already downloaded install macOS Sierra, the disk image. So these are you download that. I was saying, you can just get over your browser and just type macOS download, and see from macOS download you can see that this is the site where you can get the macOS installer download. So this is the site, https and then support apple.com. So you can click here and this takes us where we were. So there you go. So this still takes us here where you can download the older version of that. So because I have already downloaded that, so I removed it from the download folder because I have a lot of download file shares and I don't want to get things confused. So now I placed that on my desktop and created a folder for it. I call this Mac OS Sierra. So if I click on this, you can see that I have the install OS, the disk image here, which is 4.66 gigabyte. Wait a minute, let me just go ahead and remove these two files. So there you go. Now that I got this installed disk image of macOS Sierra here, so first step, what we need to do is let's go ahead and open this folder, and of course we can right click on this and we use 7-zip as I told you, prerequisite for this process. We can use 7-zip and we open archive. So I open this archive and see what is in this disk image. So let's wait for 7-zip to open the archive of this disk image. So in this disk image, now that you can see that we have this folder in here, install macOS. So install macOS, we right click on this and we open. So in it we have install OS package, which is install os.pkg for the package. So we right click on this. Now you can see that open inside, open asterisk, and then open inside hashtag. So I will want to open this inside, open inside asterisk. So we open this, and then in here we have install os.pkg for package folder. So we right click on this and we open. So when we open this, now you can see that we have install est.dmg for disk image. So we right click on this and we open. Let's wait for the disk image to open. So we're done with opening of this image. So the first data that we need here is OS X, which is OS 10 for X install ESD. So we right click on this and we copy to the same directory or to the same folder where we have the disk image when I downloaded it from the website. So I'll click on this, and of course you can see that I got this on desktop and then macOS sharer directories. So you can just click and confirm that, but if you don't want these shares, you can choose the folder or the directory where you want this. Okay, so I want this in this directory, so I'll copy this to this directory. So let's wait for our first data to get copied to that directory. Okay, so now that the folder is copied to that directory, so let's confirm that. So you can see that we have this folder here, OS 10 install ESD. So now we still need more data from this folder, so we right click on it, we open. So when we open this, we can see that we have the base system, that DMG for disk image, and then we have the base system, that chunk list. So we need these two when we are preparing the bootable USB drive for installation. So let's go ahead and open base system.dmg. Again, we right click on this, we open. So now that we've opened this, we have OS 10 base system. So again, we right click on this, we open. So you can see that we have this folder here, install macOS sharer, that app, which is the applications folder. All the applications that will be on your MacBook Pro Air for sharer. If you downloaded macOS El Capitan and then Mountain, of course, you see that the name will appear here because this is macOS sharer. So we right click on this and we open this, and then content, we right click on content and then we open. So in this we have resources, we right click on resources and then we open. Now there is a file in here that we need, which is install. So this is the file that we need right here, which is install assistant that icons. So we need this. So again, we right click on this and we copy to the same directories where I got that disk image. So we copy these two. Again, you can see it is the same directory, macOS shared directories, and then I copy this. So for now we are saying bye to 7-zip. So let's go ahead and close 7-zip. So 7-zip, I've closed 7-zip. Now what I want to do is I'll take the USB flash drive 8 gig and then put this on the Windows computer right here. So you can see that I need a format disk. So I could just go ahead and format disk right here, or I can just go over the disk management and format my disk right there, or I can just use Paragon to format that. But let's just go ahead and format this. Let's go ahead and format this disk management. Let's just say PC, then I'll right click here and I'll say manage disk management. Okay, so you can see that this is the 8 gig USB drive. Of course, available is 7.50 gig. So I could just go ahead and format this right here again. But there is a way how you can do this for sure. So here you can right click on this and then you can go ahead and format this right here. So to format this right here, you can see that it needs to be FAT32, which is the default for Windows. So it should be here. Make sure don't take, of course, NTF else or even this down here. It should be the default. And if you want, you can rename this volume right here, the volume label. But we'll use Paragon disk management. We'll use Paragon to do that, to do this volume label, to label the volume. So let's just go ahead and format this disk. We click OK and wait for the process to finish. Okay, format complete. You go ahead and close this. So now we can head over to, let's see if we have this disk here. Paragon, let's see if we have this USB drive. Okay, while we're waiting for Paragon to open, let's just head over to TransMac, one of the prerequisites. Let's open TransMac, and for TransMac trial, I've installed this 5 days ago, so I barely have 10 more days for trial version. So we wait now, we can run for trial. So let's see that we have this USB drive here, which is this. But if the USB drive is not there, you can just go ahead under tool and then you refresh drive list and you should see your drive right here. So from that, let's just go ahead and right click here and we restore with disk image. We click on this, and do you want to restore TransMac as administrator? We click yes, because it is store version. It takes again 10 seconds for us to have an access to use TransMac. So we run. So now we can still right click on this. We can still right click on this and we restore with disk image, and so we say yes and we select that file. We can just select right here. You can see that this is the folder that we copied to this folder right here, OS X install est. So for the base system, that DMG, you can go ahead and choose that, and we open that, and we need to burn this to the flash drive disk image. We click OK. So if you want to enlarge the volume for the disk image to take over the entire USB drive, you have to check this, right? But I will leave this for Paragon. Okay, I'll leave this for Paragon because let's say you're using an older version of TransMac, probably this won't show up, and so let's just leave this for Paragon. Okay, so let's just go ahead and click OK. So this takes a little while, but I will return when the disk image is copied. I'll be right back. So now that the restore is complete, we go ahead and close this. So you can see that here when you click on this, if you want, you can just go ahead and refresh drive list again. You click on this, you have OS X base system. So let's just head over to Paragon and see what is out here. So this is where the problem occurs when you're trying to install macOS on your Mac computer. So because you can see that the drive is kind of divided, this portion for the disk image and then this portion. So during installation the process breaks right here. So as we were using TransMac, I told you if you want you can check that box from this disk image to take the entire volume of this USB drive, but I left that for Paragon so that you can see the usefulness of Paragon. That is why I told you it is optional. So we can now just make sure that we extend this volume over the entire length of this USB drive. So there you go, we can go ahead and resize now. So process successful, so we can go ahead and close this. Now you can see that the disk image has taken the entire volume of the USB drive, so during installation the process will not break. So now for us to label this volume, as I told you during formatting, you could have just renamed the volume, but I left that for Paragon so that you can know the usefulness of Paragon. But without Paragon you're still good to go. So let's just go ahead and change volume name, and volume name we can change this to install. We can change this to install macOS Sierra, SIERRA. So let's change now, install macOS Sierra. So we change now. So this also has completed. So we're done with Paragon. Let's go ahead and close Paragon, and we're here in TransMac. So we refresh disk list. So when we refresh this list, you can see that now we've renamed to install macOS Sierra. So we click on this. So now we still need some packages that we need to add right here. So we right click on this empty space where there is no folder, so we can say copy here still in that directory where I got the disk image where we imported the OSX install est. So now we can add the base system. For Windows you can hold on the control key. Now you click on the base system, you highlight, and the base system, that chunk list, you highlight that. So you can go ahead and copy that to the destination. Let's wait for that, and this takes some time. It takes some time, so I'll be right back when the process is done copying. Okay, so now that we have imported the base system, that chunk list, and then the base system, that DMG, so but we still need a file here that we need to add here. So again, right click here in the empty space, and we copy here, and now what we need is, it's not in this directory, so we have to get here in here. So you can see that we need this install a system, that icon, so we need that. Let's copy that to so now that this is already copied here, so what we need to do is we rename this. Right click on this and we can go ahead and rename this. We can rename these that volume upper camel case, that volume icon, that icon. So now that we've renamed this, that volume icon, that icon, please, you need to be careful with this renaming, because if you mess up this, the installation will end up breaking. Okay, that volume icon, that icons. Okay, so I don't want to make mistake here. So that volume icon, that icons, okay, upper camel case. So you go ahead and click enter. So we have this, that volume icon, that icon here. So we still need to do one more thing. So we can get over here to system, right click on system, we can open system, and in system we can get over here to installation. We open installation. This packages here is a link, and we don't need that link here. We need the real package folder here. So we right click on this and then we delete. We go ahead and click yes. So now that we've deleted that, we right click in the empty space and then we copy here. We open this first folder that we extracted. We open this and we need these packages, the real packages, instead of the link. So we copy that, and this takes some time, so we wait for the packages to get copied. I'll pause the video and return when it is done. Alright guys, now that we are finally down to the last stage of this whole process, so now that we got the bootable USB drive 8 gig, so now we go and slot this in our MacBook 2017. So regardless to your own MacBook 2009, 10, all you needed to do is to follow the process. So what we need to do now is, now that we've slotted in the USB bootable, we put on T power and we hold on to the option keys, which is ALT on the keyboard. So we wait, and there you go. Now you can see we got the these. So we just need to go ahead and click on the arrow, and the process begins. So this shouldn't take longer, so let's wait, and I hope it will be pretty successful. So you can follow along. Part 2 will be how you can upgrade your macOS. So for me, I will be heading over to macOS Mandire 12.7.5, which is required to download recent version of applications on App Store. So now we're here. So let's go ahead. I want you to see the screen. So let's just go ahead and click on disk utility, and then disk utility, utilities, disk utility. So we wait. Now I got this disk external where we have put the macOS Sierra, which is install macOS Sierra, and we got the internal disk, which is 121 gig. So what I need to do is erase this disk, and I'll give it a name. I want to rename this disk to API, of course, and then the format should be macOS extended in bracket journal, and scheme should be GUID partition map. So we go ahead and click erase. So erase is done. We click on done. Let's just do some first aid. We run first aid, and first aid is done. So we go ahead and close this. We go ahead and close this, or Command plus Q. We quit this. So we can go ahead and continue. We click continue, and this window pops up. Agree and agree. We go ahead and agree. So there you go. Now that you got the two disks, the external and the internal that I have renamed as API. So I will choose that internal disk to install Mac OS Sierra on it. So I will choose this disk and click on continue. So you can see that this takes 12 minutes installing on API disk, about 12 minutes remaining. So it shouldn't take longer than that. So we are finally down to less than a minute. As you can see that the installation is in progress, but from 12 minutes now we are down to less than a minute. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, you can subscribe now. You can share the video. And above all, you can give it a thumb up and put on the notification to get updated from this channel. You can comment on the video. I'll leave the link, the description below, where you can download that disk image. I decided to switch over to my phone camera because the camera that I was using is kind of a little blurry. So I restored to complete the installation. So which means I need to restore to complete the installation. So let's wait for that. So that we are now here to do the final installation. So let's go ahead and choose our country of, let's show up, because for now only a few countries showing up here. So let's show up, let's check these bags. Let's check these bags right here.
macOS contains a built-in screen reader called VoiceOver. If you know how to use VoiceOver, press Command F5 now to turn and set up your Mac. If you would like to learn how to use VoiceOver to set up your Mac, press the Escape key.
And I'm taking my own country, which is, guess where I am? Damn, right here, Sierra Leone, which is, and I installed macOS Sierra. So, which kind of keyboard? I want to go with this US International PC keyboard. Or if you want, you can even click on this again. You can check this box to show up and choose the one you want. Well, I want to go with this. And I click next. And I could go ahead and connect to my network to my internet to continue this process. Okay, and the password, I wanna go ahead and enter my password. Okay, that is my password. Now click next to connect to that internet. Okay, I thought I missed my own password. So now, how do you want to transfer information? I don't want to transfer any information for now. So don't transfer any information for now. To just shorten this process, click next. I want to enable location. Enable location, and click next. Sign in with your Apple ID. Okay, I don't want to sign in now. So I'm gonna leave that for later. So click that, and then you can go ahead and click escape, and then we agree to the terms and conditions. And do you want to agree? Of course I do. And let's just go ahead and create a computer account. So I'm gonna create an account. Just okay, so I'll go ahead and click next. Okay, so for analytics, we can just go ahead, of course, share Mac analytics with Apple. Of course, it is pretty crucial. Share crash data with Apple developers. Let's just go ahead and accept this. So let's enable Siri on this Mac, right? So we enable that, and now setting up your Mac. So finally guys, this is macOS server. You can see. So this is the original version of macOS that this MacBook initially came with. So you can see the USB drive here. Okay, so let's open and see that this bootable USB drive. You can see that. Let's open and see it. Let's open and see that. So you can see in it, we got all these files to create a bootable USB drive. Applications, base system.chunk.list, and then base system.dmg, and then above all, you got the install macOS Sierra down here. So guys, thank you so much. Next video. Now I don't want to stay on this macOS Sierra because of course it wouldn't give me a chance to download application from the App Store because it requires macOS 12.7 and above. So